It's on our mind today.
How valuable would it be to get Nellums and Lowry back there, especially if you're going to be without Rice and have, I guess, two freshman corners?
Priceless. It's always good to have veterans, kids that have been around the program a long time, but, the guys that are out there is all we can coach, and they've been battling their tails off and playing extremely hard, and we've been proud of their efforts.
What do you see from those young guys that are responding to what happened in Arkansas?
They've probably forgotten all about what happened in Arkansas. That's been, 3 or 4 days ago now. But coaches linger, players move on probably faster. We just try to teach lessons. We buzz through the film on Sunday and try to point out the good, try to point out the bad, and try to learn from it, particularly at this stage of the career of all the back-end kids. Every day, every minute's a new learning experience. Good or bad, you have to learn from it. And some of them on the scout team 2 weeks ago. So every precious piece of film that you can show them is a lesson to be learned. And obviously the X-plays we don't tolerate, but we have to show it to them to see what happened and how we prevent it from happening again. Go from there.
Rick, you weren't able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback last week. You're going to obviously need to do it this week against another big O-line. Is that just a matter of technique, or were you not able to run blitzes you wanted to run?
Well, it's a combination of everything. We didn't call a lot of them, but we also didn't want to put some of our guys in harm's way in that situation. So we backed off. We've not been overly pressure-oriented, particularly on third downs. So you have to play coverage, and if you play coverage, you just got to play a lot better coverage. We had an 8-man drop, gave up a touchdown. We might as well rush 10. And they had one back there. So, we got to correct what we're doing. Obviously, he's going to have more time to throw, but the adage is if you got more droppers, you ought to play better coverage. If you got more rushers, you ought to have less time to throw. It all works that way. So we haven't been bringing a whole lot of guys, and yet they've been finding the holes or the missed assignment or whatever. So we got to get all those things correct.
When you went back and
a lot of wheel route over the last 2 years. How fixable is that?
We like to say it's fixable. We work on it every day. But, we ended up stumbling a little bit. It's not that, what happens is those two wheel routes got off because they're going to get off in those coverages in those fronts. What you can't allow them to do is go 80 yards or 70 yards or whatever they went. That's a 15-yard gain, little trick play, wrap it up. That's no different than a dig route. So it's not so much that it was, the wheel, so to speak, of this is like a new phenomenon. It's just that we can't let the darn thing go for the distance. Just go over and corral the guy, get him down for 15, 20, rack it up, let's play again.
When you went back and looked at the tape and sort of talked to guys about what happened, how many of the big plays were the result of miscommunications in the secondary?
No, miscommunication, it probably had nothing to do with anything. Technique, fundamentals, youth, inexperience, baptism under fire, you name it. It's happening to us right now, so we just got to get older and faster. We can't, we got to get older every day. Every day is such a, they're no longer just baby steps. We got to get gigantic steps accomplished on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to try to get ready for the next game, as long as we don't have the reinforcements here.
So for the young guys, it was a lot more about what happened after the snap than before?
Oh, absolutely. You got a post safety, you got other cover players, you got everybody hustling their tail off. And both those long runs look like New York Life commercials, where he goes, cuts all the way across the grain, fundamentals. Everybody's trying so hard, that when the guy got the first play of the game gets caught, we got about 6 guys hustling their tails off on the sideline. The next thing I did, I fast forward the tape. I put the guy in the middle of the field now because he'd already done this, and all our white shirts over here, and he's over here. And I said, how did this happen? So it's fundamentals. Everybody let the ball cut back across them, and that's the fundamental techniques of being over exuberant, happening for the first time for some of those guys. They're so trying so hard, they try too hard many times rather than just, once a guy's crossed the line of scrimmage, he's made positive yards. So let him have his yards and just gather up, break down, make a good tackle. Let's wrap it up, play another play.
What kind of growth have you seen out of Cody Quinn?
Well, Cody's growing fast. He's not getting any taller, but. He's really becoming a really good football player because he came here prepared in the sense of mental toughness, physical skills, mental ability to absorb and retain. And since he's been given the opportunity to jump on that field, and knock on wood, I don't really think he's hurt us much at all in terms of what he's doing. He's playing extremely well right now. He may have played as well as any of the 11 players last week when you add it all up with the grades out there.
Rick, despite the results, are there one or two guys, maybe Cody's one of them, that are playing well, that you feel like, hey, that you feel good about?
Yeah, I feel real good about Cody Quinn. You know, some of the front four guys go so unnoticed because of all the things bad happening around them. But you know, we're getting great leadership out of Ukwu. Taylor Wyndham's playing pretty darn good. The guys inside, you know, Tristan Johnson's played, battled hard, being a little bit undersized. Rump's always played consistent. PC's battling back from his little nicks and bumps and bruises. Avery's always been solid. You know, Bud's a work in progress. Miles Simpson is very solid for us. We're replacing some big shoes out there. So we're fairly steady with those who've played ball before and lined up before, and got to continually show growth and development in those players also. You know, Ook's not going to get a ton better his next 5 or 6 games of his career. He's at the end of his career, where Avery's just now beginning to be a starting Mike linebacker. Cody Quinn just got here. See, so we got all ranges of guys playing for us. We just got to keep growing, getting better every day.
Folks, we need to get into our